Now, boys and girls, after finishing up problem of the day in Fluency Builder, which is our review from our previous lessons, we are going to continue today with our lesson, which is more equivalent expressions. Take out your book and open your book to page 295. Take out your interactive notebooks and write your objective. Today's objective is I will identify equivalent expressions. Since we are working on chapter 7, this is our lesson 9 and final lesson for this chapter. I will give you a little time to finishing up your writing your objective for today. Now, before we begin, let's review the order of operations. These are the order of operations. The acronyms is PEMDAS, remember that? P is for, yes, parentheses. This is the first thing you do first, the first order of operation you perform first. The next one is exponent, and next, multiply, divide from left to right, and last, add or subtract from left to right. Any questions about the order of operation? Okay. Student number 3. Can you repeat the order of operations? Excellent job. Good job. Now, today, our first example that we are going to perform is on your, write this on your interactive notebook, 10t plus 4 and 14t. 10t plus 4 and 14t. Now, this ones are two different problems. We are going to balance these equations. If both of them end up with the same equal, that means they are equivalent. If we end up with a different answer, they are not equivalent. Now let's solve this one. Let me see. I'll call on student number 7. How can we solve 10t plus 4? So we made an error, my mistake. Let's go back. It's supposed to be times 4. My error, my apology. Now let's multiply 10t times 4. Well, when we multiply 10t times 4, we will have 40t. Let's pretend that n will be n equal. Is 40t the same as 14t? Let's look. 40t is equal to 14t. Yes? No? That's right. They are not equal. So this equation is not equivalent. It is not equivalent. So because 14t does not equal to 14t. Any questions? Yes. In multiplication, good question. That means we cannot add like terms, but in multiplications, it is allowed to multiply by 4. Only in addition, we do not add like terms. But in multiplications, yes, we can multiply. Good question. Okay, let's do another sample. Everybody write 5 times A plus B. And 5A plus 2B plus 3B. 5A plus 2B plus 3B. Okay? Now, student number 11, okay, come over here, and you are going to perform this operation, and you are going to show step by step of how this operation is equivalent or not equivalent. Okay, come and show us to the class while the rest of you try to solve it on your own right now. And talk to your partner next to you. How did you solve the answer? After student number 11 comes, he will solve it. 5A multiply 5 times A plus 5B, 5B, and on the other side is 5A at like terms 5B. And then we compare this to 5A plus 5B is equivalent, is equal to 5A plus 5B. So this also is equivalent. Then I will ask students if he is correct. We had a discussion about it, and the student will get it. If he gets it correct, then he will go and to sit down, and we'll do another samples. Okay, now we are going to pick 2 students. We're going to choose 2 students to do 2 more problems on the board to see if you are understanding. So I will pick 2 more students to come to the board and show us number 22 and number 8. Number 22 and number 8 will come to the board and we'll solve one problem to different our instruction. And I will just dictate 6 times P plus Q and 6P plus 6Q. Then 2 students will come up to the board and they will solve the problem in here while the rest work with their partner and solve the problem as well while I am going around monitoring and checking to make sure that they are doing their work and participating. I will give them approximately 2-3 minutes to solve it, and then with discussions so they can solve it. For example, if the kids are working on this, the other ones will be working in their interactive notebooks, writing and explaining to their friends their results. For example, if the child was writing it 6P plus 6Q, and on the other side is 6P plus 6Q, They will compare this to equivalent and 6p and 6p plus 6q and 6q. So they will write equivalent. After we do here about 2 to 3 problems for the students to practice, and I will call on students to work here, then they will work on independent work. Now everybody's going to be working independently with your partners. Um, these are the work that you must do before we finish the lesson. So you guys will work excuse me, with your groups, page 297, 298, solve a few problems, 1 through 12. If you finish early, work on your expressions. And we have also, I will call on small group instruction. I will call UCLA first. We have groups, so we'll call UCLA to go on to with my small group instruction, and we will work together while we rotate every 20 minutes so we can see if they are understanding the lesson for today. Approximately 40 minutes after the lesson is completed, then we'll come back as a whole group, and then we'll do the closing. As for the closing, I will check for their understanding. After we have checked the problems that they were supposed to do, I will ask how many missed 0, 2, 1, or 2. So I will count. There were 20 out of 30 students who missed 0 to 2. 3 to 4. 5. And more than 4. 5. And for the homework, for the closing, those students who are struggling, I will provide them with an extra activities, extra practice from their workbook, which is they have a workbook, and I will provide them with a page to work on at home to reteach the lesson, and then come back tomorrow and I'll check to see if they are understanding it. We can work from there. And that's hopefully they will be able to understand the lesson. If they have any questions, they can always come to me and I can help them after school or during recess time on their extra time. And that's it.